Chris, team news, and obviously there's been a couple of injuries. We won't hide away from that. We'll start at hooker. Obviously, a shame for Mikey Hayward, but that opportunity for James Fish to come back in, and hooker's been a good position, hasn't it, this season?
Oh, it has. We've got 5 good hookers in our squad actually, but tragic for Mike really on his 200th appearance for the Saints that he's got a fairly significant knee injury. He's going to keep him out for most, if not all, of the year. But you know, again, that tragedy for one opens the door for another, and with Dylan away, James Fish and Reece Marshall will assume the hooking duties, and we've had a discussion with them, and they've got to work together and both deliver some performances for us in that hooking space over the next little time.
And that door of opportunity is open for Andrew Kellaway as well. He's one who I assume has really impressed you over the last few weeks.
He has, and if you look where he's played wing, fullback, and in the midfield at centre, and he comes onto the wing in the absence of Tommy Collins, who's got a eye socket fracture, and he's probably out of the game for 4 to 6 weeks. But Andrew's a really capable footballer, and looking forward to seeing him playing on the wing. And
there's a few young lads as well who we're talking about. Again, people who've impressed over the last few weeks. There's a few names in there that continue to play in the team.
Yeah, well, I think that was always part of the not the carrot, but that was always part of the mantra of what Saints wanted to be about. And so the young guys, if we gave them opportunities and they performed, then we've got to trust them to keep going forward. And so the likes of Alex Moon, Dingwall, Fairbank, I think have all played pretty well in the last 3 weeks, and they've deserved to retain their spots as young up and coming players. And but more importantly, right now, I think they're doing a good job for us.
Just finally, that game last week, it was obviously a bitterly disappointing finish, but how valuable an exercise is that going to be, the combinations you got to look at?
Well, I think it gave us some good lessons. You know, you can't play into the wind and into up the hill at Gloucester and not hang on to the ball. So, you know, we only had 30% possession. We asked too much of our defence, and in the end couldn't quite hang on. But I thought it was a really, really gutsy performance from the team. They're disappointed not to have got the result, and there's some good learnings for our game management, and good performances from our young players. So despite the fact that we would have liked to have won and secured a place in the playoffs in the PRC, it's not to be, and we'll have to, you know, look for another day to find that.